And is Florida the blueprint of the nation? Well, that's what Governor Ron DeSantis is calling it, as the state has made headlines on a wide range of issues like gender and sexuality, politics, and natural disasters. But how about Texas? It too has seen its share of the same issues. Our Brooke Schaefer joins us from Miami. And Brooke, you spoke with an expert who says the two are competing when it comes to leading the nation as a red state.
Yeah, and Kelly, when we think about this idea of a blueprint, it's something that we hear frequently from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. He says that Florida is the blueprint for the nation. We hear it in his speeches. We also saw it in the title of his book, Governor Ron DeSantis's book, that he's actually been across the country on a book tour. It's called The Courage to Be Free, Florida's Blueprint for America's Survival. And as you mentioned, here in Florida, the state has been in the headlines on national issues. Recently, with the Parental Rights in Education Act, which bans the instruction of gender or sexual orientation in the classroom, critics dubbed it the Don't Say Gay bill, and it sparked that continued battle between Governor DeSantis and Disney. But there is another state that a professor we spoke with said is too big and often too bold to ignore, specifically when we are talking about a blueprint, and especially a blueprint for the GOP, and that is Texas, a state home to about 30 million people, one that's been described as a microcosm of the nation, with major cities like Dallas and Houston, but also major issues right now, like immigration.
Well, I think that Florida and Texas are sort of vying to be the leading red state in the country, to take on California and the left. But I do think that the initiative in being a leading red state tends to go back and forth between Texas and Florida, and the two states watch each other. If something happens in Florida, Texas is likely to follow, and if something happens in Texas, Florida is very likely to follow.
So that was Professor Cal Jilson. He's a professor of political science in Texas. And he told us there are a lot of similarities in the conservative agendas of both Florida and Texas. He said historically, Texas has been the leader on that agenda, but more recently, Florida's Governor DeSantis has also gotten in front of some of those issues. But again, he said that Florida, at least right now, watches Texas. One example, again, going back to immigration, is the busing of migrants. Texas Governor Greg Abbott began busing migrants from his state to places like New York and Chicago. Then we saw Florida Governor Ron DeSantis fly migrants from Texas to Martha's Vineyard. So what does this mean for 2024? Well, that is still a question that we are waiting to see the answer to. But when we talk about a blueprint here, Kelly, it's safe to say that you can't just look at Florida. There's another state that is too big and too bold to ignore, and that is Texas.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.